Welcome to your tutorials for this week's routine. Today we're going to be talking about how to alleviate back pain within the lunge series and how to alleviate neck pain within the oblique series. So let's see if we can work on getting out of your joints and getting into the muscle. Your lunge series this week is really going to be challenging the form foundations of the Become lunge. So as a reminder, when you are in the Become lunge, your forehead is over your knee. You have a definitive hinge forward from the hips. All of your weight is loaded into the front leg, which means that the back leg is technically pretty light. There's a lot of low belly drawing up and in. So the wrong way would look something like this. Forehead not over the knee. My weight is evenly loaded into both legs. My low belly is sinking down. Right way would look like this. So the thing you need to know is that movement challenges stability. Stability is the form that we just talked about, right? Keeping this nice hinge forward. The movement of this series comes when I ask you to take these little leg bend and straightens that almost like makes a circle with the body. So when you do this portion, you will have the tendency to drop weight into the back leg, sink, then to lift the chest up as you push back, and then to sort of let the upper body move with the lower body. And you must think about keeping this pulled in tight, keep your hinge forward, and the legs move isolated from that position. The next place in the lunge series that could cause the low back to fire is when we do the forward fold into the stretch. So I've placed a stool right here in front of my mat to help give you a great example. You could also use blocks if you wanted to be closer to the floor. So the more back pain you have, the tighter your hamstrings are, the higher you need this piece to be from the floor. Okay, so I'm using like the highest level here, which would mean a lot of back pain, super tight hamstrings. Okay, series goes like this. You do your circles, then you drag your leg, you pull all the way up. When you go forward, bring your hands or your forearms, because I'm on the high one, here to the stool. Push the leg back. Your only goal during this section of kicking the leg back is to actively stretch the hamstring of the working leg. This is what makes that series fire so much. And well, it does a lot of things. I'm not gonna explain it all now. Then you're gonna tap it back, and then you can sit up for your X's, your T's, then back to the lunge. I can tell that many of you have had a stressful week because there's many questions coming in about the oblique series and tightening up in the neck. And this usually comes from having a lot of extra stress or tension going on here, because basically the shoulders are constantly trying to creep up toward the ears. So a really good thing to remember for those of you who have neck pain is that you want to try to keep the line as long as possible from your earlobes, down your neck, through the top of the collarbone to these little shoulder bony points that stick up. This space is always long. So if I raise my arms up overhead, look how short that space became. Now I'm gonna pull my shoulders down and back. My arms can't come as close to my head, but now I'm relaxed in my neck. This happens in a lot of different places, and especially planks or kneeling on all fours, like these quadruped positions. So you will have the tendency to get into this and to automatically be here. What this means is that the oblique series is probably going to want to try to look a little something like this. The main thing that you're going to be feeling is neck. Look how tight all of this is in my upper body. All I'm really doing right now is crunching this part of my torso, and we want to try to crunch this part of the torso. So my suggestion is to start by stepping the hands a little forward. Don't let the shoulders come with it, so I just did it the wrong way. Instead, slide the shoulder blades down and back, and now throw the weight a little more backwards so it's in the belly. Look how light my hands are. Look how active this piece is. Now, as you start to move, the arm reaches forward, nothing crazy with my neck, shoulders are long. As I come in, initiate from this low point of the belly, pull in through the elbow, let the head follow, but you don't have to come all the way here. Ouch, a little smaller. So right way looks like this. Weight is being focused again on this lower rounding of the spine, not so much the upper rounding of the spine.